use the tech stacks that they support, or create a build path, which just tells it how to compile your code.
That should be P-A-S-N-I-A-A-S. Infrastructure as a service platform as a service. He's got that backwards.
You can just deploy them. It's just like one click, you right click on it, you say deploy to Azure, and it goes. The other option outside of cloud is hosting it yourself. Here, you buy hardware and you hire people to maintain it and stay up all night with pagers in case something breaks and come into work and hate you. Or you go to a data center where they pay people to do that. Except they won't hate you, they'll pay the data center. It might be. Mobile, like if you've done any mobile stuff, you just push this to an app store. Or if it's Android, you can just put an APK anywhere they can download it, like an HTTP endpoint. So you have Android, Play Store, Amazon App Store, iOS, iTunes. I think that's your only option. Managing deployments. Like earlier mentioned, DevOps engineer. DevOps is kind of like an answer to deployments being kind of easy if you have one server, and nightmare if you have 500. And it's very possible to have 500 if your application gets to be, if your stuff gets to be of any significance, like any significant user base. I talked to a company out in San Francisco. They have 500 VMs running 3 instances of Apache each for their PHP site. So they have 1,500 Apache instances that need deployed whenever they have an update. And they probably be rolling updates, so they don't deploy all of them at once, so they don't break it for all their customers if something's screwed up. But there are tools to make that easier and automated so it is reproducible, which is kind of the key to a lot of this stuff. Same unit testing and managing deployments. So Chef, Puppet, SaltStack, they're tools to help you provision VMs. So they have like kind of a declarative syntax for saying go out to Azure and create a VM, go out to AWS, create a VM, go out to Linode, go out to software, create a VM, install this OS from this image with these packages installed, and then go to Git at this URL, pull our software, and start these services. And like the whole point of this is so it's reproducible and you don't have a human in the loop outside of running a command. That's like a big part of why this kind of software exists. Because humans are worse at repetitive tasks. They have to do the same 20 steps over and over than computers are. Computers are great. Monitoring your application. Oops, I'm almost out of time. Monitoring your application. So to kind of rush ahead, a lot of the themes in a lot of this tech is visibility, whether it's in your organization and your teams and what people are doing, which is the source control and the project management stuff, or in how your application behaves at runtime and what load it's putting on your servers. So there's monitoring your application. So this is monitoring resource usage, number of hits per day, number of errors, what the errors are, things like that. There's tools to help this: production resource boundary, New Relic, error reporting, Elma, which is a .NET plugin, Sentry, which is a web service you can use, and it's pretty cheap. Profiling, and I screwed up my nesting on my LI elements. Profiling is kind of another thing. Like if you identify through your production monitoring that there are performance issues in certain parts of your site or your service or your whatever, then you have to use a profiler. Profiler gives you very in-depth information in what your system is doing at runtime. Tells you how many times the function is being called, how much memory it's using per call, how long it's taking, kind of really cool stuff that is important once you identify where, like from a high level, where a performance problem is. And if you just suspect there's one, it can help validate, verify that there is or is not one there. I think I broke my slides because I screwed up my nesting in my HTML. But, I guess I have like 3 or so minutes left. Are there any questions? I know I kind of rushed through that and that was a lot of stuff. Anybody? Okay.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
So if you could give one piece of advice to anyone as a student, whether they're MIS or business or finance or CS, what is one thing that you recommend that everybody thinks about and does?
Well, I I guess to kind of tie two things. One, never expect us to have to stop learning new stuff. Two, be active in your community. One, it'll help you shore up your skills by going to user group meetings and stuff. Two, it'll help you network with people in your field so that if the company you're working at or you start needs to hire people, you can get people to give a damn enough to like take a couple hours out of their Thursday night, go to one or Saturday. And it shows people that you care enough to do that. In case you decide you don't want to work at your existing company anymore. Those are the two things. Get a little bit good at marketing because you're gonna have to sell yourself to somebody just to get a job.
Awesome. Thanks, Walt. So Walt and I have a person that we've worked with for a bunch of years. He was an artist on a project, and he lived in DC. And every day he'd come into work and he'd tell us about the game he was building. And his background was in graphic design. He connected with a husband and wife that built software together and wanted to get into do game stuff. So one day he came and said, "We built this really cool game. We have like some of the most downloads of any game out there." And they built something called Harbor Master. And it came into existence and people got really excited about it. And then it disappeared. And then I didn't hear from him for about a year and a half or so.
He had a couple flops.
Yeah, well, he had a bunch of flops. So that's something to remember. But he had a bunch of flops. And then we ran into him another time after he wasn't working at that company anymore. He said, "Guys, my game is doing really well. I made a game called Temple Run." And I'm sure that you guys might have heard of that game before. And he said, "Dude, I got a check, and it had this many zeros on it." And I said, "That's a lot of zeros." No, my point is, look, there's a lot of jobs that are available for you, but if you think that you want to do your own thing, there are a lot of opportunities to do that too. But no one does anything great by themselves except maybe Einstein. But I would recommend that, through an experience like this, that you talk to and meet people that you don't know and find out what they're interested in. You might find some common connection. There's some really cool stuff going on here at UPJ right now. There and in the surrounding community. We're really starting to build a startup culture here. We do a lot of work with companies in Silicon Valley, in Austin, and Boston, Chicago, New York, and Orlando, and other places like that. And there are a number of people and companies that are interested in doing those types of things here and doing some startups. At the same time, UPJ has an entrepreneurship program that they launched in the spring last semester. If you don't know about it, ask Travis, he'll tell you, or go see Skip and Glenn. And they'll give you more information. There's some really cool stuff going on. Also, there are 12 students in that class. Is anyone here for the entrepreneurship class? You're gonna have to come on, someone pass out the flyer. But there are people that are in that entrepreneurship class that want to build things and make things. And they might need your background in finance for the financial model, and then MIS, or if you have graphic skills, or your computer science background, to help them make their thing. You could be the next Kirill. That was our friend from the Temple Run. So right now, there are some things going on in the entrepreneurship program. There was a pitch fest last May, and there's going to be some other pitch fests coming up where you can get together with the team, pitch your idea, and get money to start up your company in some ways. And October 18th, we're running something called Start Right Saturday here in Johnstown. The location is TBD, but it'll be 9 in the morning to 7 at night. We'll have a bunch of us that will help you facilitate talking about your idea, organizing a team, developing a business model, and designing all of that stuff in one day. So if you signed up to win the Nexus tablet, you're going to be one of the first rounds of invites to that. I'll encourage you that, we're going to provide all the fun stuff, food, pizza, other things that you might need to get your work done. All you do is show up, bring an idea. If you don't have an idea, bring a skill, a laptop, a Sharpie, a piece of paper, because that's all it's really going to take to work with people on that team. There'll be a limited amount of seats that are going to be available. We'll make sure that everybody in this room gets the first round of invites for signing up. So in Pittsburgh on November 21st, there's a startup weekend. We end up going to these and encourage our team to go to these as well. Walt, did you win the startup weekend?
We took second.
All right. And what was the idea for that?
We built a beer recommendation engine.
None of us know everything about beer, but we know something. So, yeah, so you guys had an idea, you had people that marketed it. At the end of the day, what we'll do is, at the beginning of the day, we'll pitch ideas and vote on them, organize teams around them. By the end of the day, we'll be pitching a fully fledged company to other people. And if you have a good enough idea, we'll find you some seed funding to get that going.
The other part of that is, if you have a kick-ass presentation and speaking skills, you can beat people with working code. When it comes to getting a seat.
It's all about the team. It's all about the team. So you guys will get invites to that. If you don't want it, you can share the invite with someone else if you know someone that's interested, has an idea, wants to participate in the team, something like that. So I'm going to stop shamelessly plugging that because I'm just going to expect him to be there. Our next speaker, super excited to have here. I met him through one of the people I know in the community, Benjamin Spenberg. He is a Bachelor of Music in Organ Performance and Sacred Music from Catholic University of America. He graduated in 2000. Just like me, that was a powerful year, I guess, maybe. He worked as a professional organist and choir director for 5 years in DC. He published and composed hymns and choir music. In 2002, he started out as a volunteer. Yes, working for free, that's what volunteer means. At Mozilla because he loved it. He's going to tell you more about that. He was invited to join because he was so awesome as a volunteer and switched based upon his contributions. So he stepped up and did cool stuff and people recognized it. I think that's a really good theme and something to remember. He started writing programs in 3rd grade on the Apple II and Atari ST computers in Logo and BASIC. I go that 2nd grade with my Commodore 64 and an Apple. No formal training other than a typing class in 6th grade. Imagine if you didn't have a typing class. Learned everything through experience and volunteering. Right now he lives in Westmont. Yes, he works for Mozilla as an engineering manager. He continues to serve as an organist and junior choir director at Omos. He's now a senior engineering manager at Mozilla, with a team of 18 awesome engineers. Let's hear for Benjamin.